So on this project, what we did is this floor was previously finished and they didn't want to refinish it and lose the patina. Yes, it does have a lot of over under wood, so it's not perfectly flat, but they like that look. So what we did is we first sprayed on a cleaning product and then buffed it in so that it would remove any contamination. Then how we picked it up was we used an auto scrubber. And what that auto scrubber does is it has brushes that get into the deep grain of the wood, and then it has water that we apply to the floor, and then it sucks it up. So it sucks up any of that contamination that is picked up. Then we tack the floor, vacuum and tack the floor, and then once that's done, we applied a product made by Loba, which is their contact, and that's a two-part material that gets applied very thin to the floor. And what that does is it's a chemical etching material that etches into the existing floor. This works great for applications like this and any, say, hand scraped floor where it might be hard to get in and get a good mechanical bond. Pre-finished floor is another one that can be hard just because of the aluminum oxide finish. This is a great product that we can recoat a pre-finished floor without having to resand it. And so then once that dries, it's kind of a little bit of a sticky feeling to it, which allows the two-component finish to grab onto.
So this part here is where we are applying a solution to the floor. What the solution does is it removes and loosens up any contamination which can prohibit coats of finish sticking to the floor. So as you can see, we're just doing a light mist of this product on the floor. We're not saturating the hardwood floor at all. Here we are buffing the floor after the cleaning solution was applied. What this pad is doing is working in the cleaning solution into the soft grain of the wood and loosening up any contamination or dirt, paint, other things that are on a floor. And it is also creating a micro scratch in the existing finish, which also helps with the mechanical bond. Here we're using an auto scrubber on the wood floors to remove that solution and the contamination that it's loosened up from the floor. Next, we're applying the etching product to the floor. What this allows is if there's any contamination or residue that might not have been removed, especially seeing as this is an older floor with a lot of over, under, and not very flat, we want to make sure that it gets a good adhesion. So we're applying this contact to the floor, and what it does is it etches into the old finish, and then when it dries, Here we are applying the coat of finish over top of the contact once we have done all the other steps. And we are just using this snowplow method because of the irregularities in the flatness of the floor. We want to make sure that it all gets covered. And so this is just one of the many techniques that we use to apply finish to the floor.
So then once we did that, we applied the 2-component finish. We did extra matte. It wanted quite a bit less sheen than what was originally on here, and this is what the product is. So even though you may have floors that look like you want to keep the patina, but you don't want to resand it, this is a great option for this. If you have pre-finished floors, this is another great option to do that. We can also always just recoat a floor, but we would have to do a test spot on that, same as here, just to make sure that we're going to get a good adhesion. But the contact definitely improves the adhesion, especially for a floor like this, the look, and then also the fact that they had used Murphy's oil soap on it, which has a wax and contamination, and that's a whole nother thing to get into. But just wanted to show you a little bit of what this floor is and what it looks like.